We, the members of your galactic family, come to you because we need the assistance of all the humanoids who are aware of their fourth and fifth dimensional expressions of self. We, the members of your galactic family, wish to remind you that it is the now for you, the members of humanity, to calibrate your personal frequencies of consciousness, and remembering into the fifth dimensional frequency of the ever-expanding planet Earth. These fifth-dimensional frequencies of reality are becoming more and more occupied by the ones who have remembered. Who are these ones who have remembered? We hear you ask. Our answer is that the ones who have remembered are the humans who have awakened, and/or are awakening to the inner call of their fourth and fifth dimensional expression of self. Many awakened ones are being reminded that it is the now for humanity to wake up to the fifth dimensional frequencies of Gaia's Earth. In fact, it is the now when more and more of you are in the process of consciously becoming aware of the different frequencies of Gaia's reality. Therefore, it is the now for you to become more and more aware that the higher and higher frequencies of reality are entering your imagination. However, your imagination is actually your own fifth dimensional thoughts and emotions. Therefore, as your imagination increases, so does your ability to consciously experience the feel of your fifth dimensional experiences, dreams, memories, stories, etc. As you remember, to tune into, listen for, and/or practice your own, innate, fifth dimensional thinking, remembering and creating, you will also begin to remember more and more about a reality that you have always thought was just your imagination. But is the fifth dimensional frequency of reality just your imagination? If you think of your imagination much like you think about your dreams, you will begin to realize and remember your dreams and thoughts about another reality that is not quite real, but is also very real within your own imagination. What your imagination is beginning to remember is that there is something in your thoughts, creative moments and dreams that return to your awareness again and again. You may not totally understand this something, but you really enjoy how you feel when this something enters your consciousness. What we, your galactic family, wish to remind you is that there has always been higher dimensional beings. And, these higher dimensional beings are allowing you, and assisting you, to remember the you that is actually a member of your own galactic family. More and more, your innate multidimensional consciousness has been quietly reminding you that they are always with you. However, many of you are resonating to the frequency which is just before your higher dimensional perceptual field. Therefore, these grounded ones will need to meditate and practice communicating with us, your higher expression of self. The challenges of your third-dimensional reality often distract you from the higher dimensional messages that you have been receiving from your own higher self. However, if you keep on trying to remember, you will begin to have unusual dreams and inner messages that come into your awareness, as soon as you relax and allow your consciousness to expand into the higher frequencies of reality. Many of you now resonate to a portion of reality that is just beyond the limitations of your prior third and fourth dimensional thoughts, feelings, and perceptions. Because the sensation of receiving a higher dimensional message is new to you, you will need to allow yourself to remember the dreams and fantasies that often started as a child, but stayed with you, even after you had become an adult. If you can allow yourself to remember the weird or interesting experiences and dreams that you have had since you were young, you will eventually remember how to accept and use your ever-expanding ability to think, remember, and activate the feelings of your own fifth-dimensional thoughts, conversations, experiences, and actions. What are these fifth-dimensional dreams, thoughts, memories, and visions that seem to be as real as your daily third-dimensional world? As you begin the habit of writing down or typing your significant meditations and/or dreams, you will gradually begin to remember something that is just beyond your daily life. Therefore, you will likely feel drawn to read something unique and/or spiritual, and to write down dreams and or meditations in which you feel like you are someplace different from your daily 3D life. We say the word different rather than better, as there will be no versions of better or worse while you are engaged in a fifth-dimensional experience. Within the frequency of the fifth dimension, there is the here and now that will keep you thinking and feeling via your own inner guidance. This inner guidance will likely feel quite different from any of your third-dimensional daily thoughts and feelings, because you will feel different from the person that you were before you began the dream and or meditation, that guided you into a higher frequency of reality. These higher frequencies of reality are always all around you, but your third and fourth dimensional states of consciousness are of too low of a resonance for your physical self to realize what is happening. However, if you were to meditate and alter your consciousness into the higher frequencies, you will be able to see and hear what was always there. This experience of sudden knowing is much like someone turning on the light in a room that was too dark for you to see clearly. Since you did not realize before that this rather strange experience of seeing and also not seeing will begin to make sense because your knowing reminds you of a higher dimensional version of yourself. As soon as you allow yourself to think about your higher dimensional self, you open a portal into the fourth, fifth and beyond frequencies of reality. When you allow yourself to conceive of your own higher frequency of yourself, you can begin to remember the many moments of your life in which you had a weird experience, in which you felt as though an unseen being was guiding and protecting you. You may have thought that the concept of guiding and protecting was too weird, or out there, but you secretly deeply enjoy the feeling that you were no longer alone. You could not see what else or who else was with you, but you so enjoyed the feeling of unconditional love flowing through and from this being, that you went along with the experience, just in case it was possible to perceive a higher frequency being. And then, these higher dimensional beings seem so very loving and kind, that you wanted to believe that this feeling was coming from a being that you could not see. Then again, maybe this being was just a higher part of your own self? Yes, you are getting closer and closer to some inner hidden truth, when you start to think in that manner. For one thing, when you think of these beings as your own higher self, the fear instantly washes away. These are not just strange experiences in which some unknown being, or beings, come into your awareness. No, now you are beginning to realize that maybe, just maybe, something new and special could be happening in your life. But is this really in your life? If you cannot see it like you see your physical world, and you can't really talk about it with your friends, many you did just make it up. No. You stop yourself. If it is okay for me to have problems and doubts and issues, why is it not okay for me to have communications with a being that cannot be seen or heard in a regular fashion? If something, or someone is different, does that make them not real? Yes, you are right. Just because you have not had some of these experiences before, does not mean that they are not real. There is a first time for everything, right? Suddenly you hear a voice, not above you or around you. This voice is within you. Could this experience be real? You ask yourself. Could I have a higher self? And, could I allow myself to believe that I deserve to have a higher self? Now there is the key word of deserve. Our question to the awakening ones is, can you allow yourself to listen to your higher self, and believe, first that you have a higher self, and second that you can actually communicate with this higher dimensional self? How could you, just an ordinary person, have a higher self? This question will be answered with the question of, can you love yourself enough to believe that you have an expression of your human daily life on Earth self, who is simultaneously resonating to the fifth dimensional expression of Gaia's ascended planetary self? To answer that question, you would also need to believe that there is a fifth dimensional reality which resonates to the frequencies of unconditional love, and the power within to assist Gaia in the moment of her great planetary need. Of course, Only you could answer that question. That is, if you even dare to ask it. Blessings to all you brave ones who are ready to move into your own higher dimensional self. We, the members of your galactic family, are always with you, and will always assist you. However, since Gaia is a free will planet, you will need to remember to ask for assistance from your own higher dimensional self, as well as all the many awakened ones who have chosen to take a third-dimensional body to assist Gaia with her planetary ascension. Blessings, your galactic family.